Hey everyone, Meteorologist Emery here in the Fox 19 First Alert Streaming Center for our 19atSIX weekend weather show sponsored by Cost Saver. And we are looking at a pretty good forecast for the rest of the weekend. However, we are introducing some more rain chances in the 7-day forecast. All of that and more coming up here on 19atSIX. So we are live everywhere you stream. A little bit of a delay here by about a minute because of Facebook login issues and everything else. But we're good to go. We are live everywhere. The 24/7 weather streaming channel, fox19.com, and the Fox 19 News and First Alert weather apps on Facebook. We can have any kind of questions or comments. You can feel free to chime in there. Not only on the Fox 19 Facebook page, but also my Facebook page, Emery WX, and on YouTube. Eventually, we'll be able to do comments and questions on YouTube. But for right now, we are only limiting that to Facebook. So I always promise this. We'll try to do this the next minute or two. The promise is that we're going to give you the tonight forecast, tomorrow forecast, and the 7-day within the first couple of minutes. So that being said, it's already 6:03, so let's get right to it. Here is the forecast for tonight. Tonight, we're looking at clouds increasing, and temperatures will be a little bit milder compared to, I should say warmer compared to the last couple of mild nights. We've got a low of 65 with, again, clouds increasing, becoming mostly cloudy late. And tomorrow, most of the day is going to be mostly cloudy. Got a high up to 85 degrees, which is very similar to what it was like today. Now, that 7-day forecast, Sunday also has a chance for maybe a sprinkle, a light pop-up shower, but we're not looking this to be widespread, much of any concern, just something you might notice on radar, a couple of cells here or there. That being said, though, Sunday looks to be relatively dry. We go into Monday and Tuesday, scattered activity moves in. In fact, I've increased the rain chances on Monday. Meteorologist Ashley Smith, of course, during 19 at 11. And on the morning show here this Saturday morning, she was talking about storm chances on Monday. We initially had it for evening hours, but it looks like it's coming a little bit earlier on Monday. So we've got scattered showers both in the morning and the afternoon. High of 84. Tuesday, 83 with scattered showers and storms. Wednesday and Thursday, also rain chances. Highs will be in the mid-80s with lows in the mid to upper 60s. And then next weekend, temperatures begin to warm up and we do dry out. Friday does have a small chance for a pop-up, but we go into Saturday, mostly sunny and a high of 88 degrees. So there is that 7-day forecast. If you got outdoor plans, you just want to check in, see that, and then get back to what you're doing. I'm giving you that time now because after this, from this point on, we're going to go ahead and dive a little bit deeper into the forecast itself. So far, no questions or comments on our Facebook pages. So with that, we're going to take a look at radar right now. And radar, of course, nice and quiet. And once this continues to load, we will show you that. But I do want to show you this, though. Behind me is our rooftop camera. Beautiful view of downtown Cincinnati. This is on our Queensgate camera here above our studios, looking over towards downtown. There's the Duke Energy Convention Center, the Carew Tower, the PNC Bank Tower. You got the U.S. Bank Tower behind that, and then you have the Great American Tower right here, that little sliver. But all in all, pretty nice. But you do note that we are looking at blue skies this direction. This is looking to the east. I believe this is the east-northeast. But regardless, I'm showing you that because we do have that blue sky, some of those puffy feather-cumulus clouds. But right here, you notice a little bit of high thin clouds. Those high thin clouds are moving in here this evening going into tonight. And I'm going to show you radar here in just a moment. And you're going to see that high pressure that was really, really nice for us on Thursday afternoon through today, well, it's beginning to fade away. And we're looking at some chances for some shower activity. So here it is. Here's a look at radar and satellite. You can see that we are still dry, but that high pressure has gotten smaller. In fact, you can see we have moisture here, and then we have moisture here. Now this, again, go back to me, this area of moisture not affecting us. It's sliding off to the mid-Atlantic. However, it is going to allow us to get a little bit more humidity, a little bit of cloud cover, and this little wave of activity, it's going to make its way through, and it's going to be drying out as it gets here because obviously it's been dry the last couple of days here. It's going to take some time for that energy to set in to allow us to have enough moisture to spark those shower chances. But it will move in. It will have enough to perhaps break a few sprinkles, a light shower, maybe a rumble of thunder tomorrow, particularly tomorrow afternoon into tomorrow evening. But we are looking at increasing clouds for tonight and mostly cloudy for tomorrow. Notice all these clouds here. Now, that being said, there could be some filtered sunshine, but we're looking at a lot of cloud cover, though, nonetheless here into the region. And then that'll eventually make its way here going into Sunday night into Monday. So take a look at a few cameras. I want to start with this one. This is kind of cute. Earlier today we were talking about all the different events going on, and sometimes all the events can be a little overwhelming. Sometimes you just got to go to your local park, take it in. Got some kids out there enjoying the water there. This is South Fairmount, right where our tower camera is. You can see those kids and families having a good time, finding a way to stay cool. Temperatures right now at 83 degrees. And we're going to show you next is our Newport Levee camera. And this is going to have a view of the, I believe it's the Bacon, Bourbon, and Barbecue Festival, if I said that in the correct order. But you can see there's a lot of folks out there. They got the Ferris wheel, of course. Got all the folks lined up, trying all these different foods and enjoying the scenic river view of the Ohio River. And looks like a fun time there at the Newport Levee. And then also taking a look at our Turfway Park camera. And right now, things looking nice and quiet there. Once the camera loads, you'll see a lot of sunshine, although there could be some high, thin clouds in the distance. And there it is, way in the distance there. Those high, thin clouds are rolling on in. But again, right now, temperatures are at 83 degrees. So looking pretty good here this afternoon. And looking at the almanac, we have a high of 85 today. So tomorrow's temperatures will be very similar to today. So right around par with what we typically see this time of the year. Our morning low was 62 at CVG. Of course, no rainfall. And so far this month, the month of July, we've only had 3 inches of rain. Not a lot, but I will say the last week has been a little bit helpful with regards to those drought conditions. We'll show you that drought map here in a little bit if you haven't seen it yet. So this morning, temperatures, again, we're in the low 60s at CVG, the upper 50s over towards the Lunken Airport, also towards Hamilton, Falmouth, Batavia. I will say, this morning, had my windows open. It was nice. All I had to do was keep the ceiling fans on, had the windows open, no AC. Saved the electric bill a little bit, although the electric bill rates did go up, so maybe not so much. It limited, I guess, compared to what it normally is. But today's highs, yeah, it wasn't bad. Low to mid 80s. So the warmest spot was over at the Lunken Airport at 87, 81 into Harrison, 81 also into Batesville, 86 in Falmouth, 84 in Wilmington, 82 in Lebanon, where yesterday we were live at the Warren County Fair. They're wrapping things up today. And so you haven't made it out there, you got a chance. Got 5 hours, well, less than 5 hours now until it officially does close or conclude for this year. But looked like a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun being out there. I had to see my cousin for a little bit. He was out there, and some of his family, they were showing some animals. And then, of course, the people I was interviewing with showed me all the ropes, all the cool things that are going on up there in Warren County with the fairgrounds. But, yeah, got a few hours left of that. Today I was here in Cincinnati downtown talking with Dean Regas about a cool program they're doing, he's doing with partnership with the Cincinnati Recycling and Reuse Hub. And that'll be airing tonight here on Fox 19. But yeah, a lot of cool things going on this weekend, and those are just two examples of what was many. We're going to have a lot of those here tonight at 10 o'clock on Fox 19. But right now, we're still in those low to mid 80s. Temperatures are going down a little bit here at CVG. Everyone else, though, looking pretty good. And dew points, still nice. When you walk outside, it's pretty pleasant. Now, it's a little bit warmer, obviously. It's summertime. It's July, of course. But dew points in the 50s are still a delight to have here in July. So really no issues with heat index values or anything of that nature. Now, we go into next week. That will be something we need to monitor. Not necessarily for heat index values in the triple digits, but definitely going to feel like perhaps the low 90s, depending on when that rain arrives. We'll show you that in the forecast model data here in a moment. Winds right now, though, around 5 to 10 miles per hour. Really no issues with winds or wind gusts, for that matter. And so that is the conditions we are seeing right now. Take a look at the tonight-tomorrow forecast, and then we'll look at the drought monitor, and then dive into those forecast models. But again, tonight we're looking at temperatures down to around 65 degrees. Heading into the day on Sunday, we are looking at mostly cloudy conditions, a high up to 85, so temperature-wise, similar to today. Now tomorrow, we are looking at a little bit more humidity moving in, so it's going to feel a little bit more humid, but it's not going to be something that is going to be impactful in any form or manner. But you're just going to notice it. You're going to sweat a little bit easier, I guess, compared to maybe today, for that matter. So let's now look at the drought monitor. If you missed it the last couple of days, we got you covered here. And the drought monitor does show a lot of improvement compared to the last couple of weeks. So we do have still abnormally dry conditions for the bulk of the Fox 19 now viewing area. Moderate drought over towards Robertson County and then also far northern portions of Butler, Warren, and Clinton County. So over towards Sabina, Waynesville, Middletown, Franklin, some of these locations, Cedar Creek area up there in Clinton County. They're under that moderate drought conditions. But again, we do have rain chances in the forecast here. Beginning tomorrow. Tomorrow has a sprinkle or a light shower chance that we can't quite rule out. But then early next week, better chances of rain do begin to move in. So we'll show that in the forecast model data here in just a moment. But we'll take a pause real quick, take a look at any of those Facebook comments or questions on both the Fox 19 Facebook page as well as my Facebook page at Ethan Emery WX. Gotta stay hydrated. Okay, no comments yet on the Fox 19 Facebook page. It's been about 12 minutes. Take a look at my Facebook page to see if there are any comments or questions there. No comments or questions there. I will say we're getting a bunch of emails for breaking news, so I'm sure if you have the Fox 19 News app, you're probably going to get a few alerts on the banners for stuff that are coming in. But at this point, no comments or questions. We will go ahead and continue with that forecast. So again, this evening is looking great. Temperatures tonight dipping down into the mid-60s with clouds again increasing, becoming mostly cloudy. And then the bulk of tomorrow, we're looking at mostly cloudy conditions. Now again, notice how there's a couple little green dots here. So we can't rule out maybe a sprinkle, a light shower. Also understand that this moisture is overcoming that dry air. Those dew points still in the 50s. So I think we're going to be mainly dry tomorrow. I'm bringing up this chance to let you know that, hey, if you see a few raindrops, it's not going to be a big deal. But we do have that now introduced in the forecast just because of the nature of how this system has evolved a little bit. So we go into Monday. Monday morning, here it is. We talked about this a little bit ago, that the chances back on Friday did show rain chances Monday evening. Now it's come earlier. So this is a particular forecast model that's showing rain chances beginning at 9 a.m. So you see some of these rain chances here, also over here. So widely scattered shower chances on Monday morning. Also going into Monday afternoon. And then Tuesday, this model it only goes out so far, but Tuesday also has some chances for pop-up showers. Now, depending on what model you look at, it can vary quite a bit. And the computer's running a little bit slow. I know on Friday morning there were some of those issues with computers and things of that nature, and it does make a little bit of effect on everybody who uses that software program. So here is the muggy meter. So you can see here, muggy conditions don't come in until Monday. So tomorrow, a little bit more humidity, a little bit more noticeable compared to today. Monday, very humid. We're staying very humid through the work week. So dew points in the mid to upper 60s and close to the low 70s. And you'll see here on our forecast model what I'm talking about. So I circled those two areas on radar and satellite. The one over here, no issues. The one over here is going to bring us that pop-up, maybe a sprinkle, light shower for Sunday afternoon into Sunday evening. This model is not really showing it. Well, actually, it's beginning to show it now. It's actually just updated. So it's really close here that we could see that pop-up chance for Sunday afternoon, especially for our southern counties. So if you live in northern Kentucky, you could be seeing that sprinkle, maybe a light shower tomorrow afternoon into tomorrow evening. We go into Sunday night into Monday. You can see still a lot of cloud cover, and then there's that chance Monday morning moving in. So Monday morning we do have those scattered showers, maybe some thunderstorms moving in. And I will say, before the questions come in, not looking at anything severe with this. It just looks like your garden variety showers and storms. There's not a lot of forcing with these, so they're not going to move very quickly. So if anything, could bring in some downpours. But other than that, I'm not suspecting of anything that's going to be warning criteria for anything of gusty winds or hail. Not seeing any of that. None of those indications are showing up here. So here's Monday night into Tuesday. So Tuesday, we have, I don't want to say it's a break, but we do have some isolated showers and storms, not quite as widespread as Monday. But nonetheless, those chances still remain. We go into Wednesday. Wednesday, we also have scattered showers and thunderstorms. You can see it continues Wednesday evening, Wednesday night. And then Thursday, also widely scattered showers and a few thunderstorms. We go into Thursday night into Friday. The kind of the soupy air mass that's allowing for these pop-ups to develop are going to begin to sink their way southward. And as you can see here on Friday, all the activity staying to the south. And we're going to look at that activity continuing to stay to the south going into next weekend. So this is next Saturday, sunshine. But it is going to be warmer next weekend. Temperatures are going to be on the rise into the upper 80s and, dare I say, the low 90s. Now, that being said, the humidity looks to be in check with that heat, but regardless, it's still going to be pretty warm. So, obviously, the last couple of mornings have been on the cooler side, but with that, it's still summer. So, here is that 7-day forecast. You can see got a high of 85 on Sunday, Monday 84 after a morning low of 66, Tuesday 67 for a morning low and an afternoon high of 83. Wednesday and Thursday, also those chances for scattered showers and storms. Highs in the mid-80s, lows in the mid to upper 60s. Friday, a bit drier. Can't rule out that pop-up chance, especially early in the morning. But otherwise, though, pretty warm, up to 87. 88 on Saturday. And again, looking a bit drier for next weekend. Sunshine and the mid-80s. So that is the 7-day forecast. Now we're going to look at the outlook. This is from the Climate Prediction Center. They do a pretty good job out there forecasting beyond the 7-day and also going way out into seasonal outlooks. But you can see here the 8 to 14-day temperature outlook. Temperatures will be likely above normal, and this is concurrent with the data I was looking at. So highs look to be very likely in the upper 80s, even the low 90s showing up over the next 2 weeks. Morning lows in the mid to upper 60s and low 70s. So warm nights, seasonable days, temperatures in the upper 80s and low 90s. And with that heat moving in, we're also looking at the potential for pop-up showers, maybe a few storm chances, but we're not looking at anything that's going to be of major concern drought-wise or flooding-wise. It looks like you're just looking at kind of a blanket green here across the map, indicating that the odds are more in favor of those pop-up shower and storm chances than not. And this is, again, the next 2 weeks. Looking ahead, though, the next 3 to 4 weeks, this lasts all the way through the middle of August. And for us, we're kind of teeter-tottering back and forth between temperatures near normal to just above normal. And this makes a lot of sense to me because what's been setting up lately for us the last couple of weeks is the high pressure has been really focusing further off to the west. Notice how we have all that big heat up towards the high plains, towards the Montana, North Dakota, Wyoming areas, whereas we are kind of in this little bit more of I don't say it's a kind of a more of I don't say troughing, but we definitely do have the opportunity to get kind of that just on the cusp of warm air, but also those chances for showers. That also leads to temperatures that's going to be a little bit more moderate compared to compared to what we were seeing beginning of this month. So it's currently 6:20 right now, and I've pretty much covered all the stuff I needed to cover in terms of the forecast for the rest of this weekend and also next week. And we'll take a look at some of the Facebook comments and questions here shortly. But here is that 7-day. So again, temperatures, they are in the low to mid 80s for the bulk of next week. The warmest day is going to be Saturday next weekend at 88 with mostly sunny skies. And The storm chances, I will say, if you're trying to get stuff done outside, what looks to be right now the best chances to do anything outside, obviously Friday. If you can't do Friday, excuse me, your second best day is probably going to be Thursday. If you can't do Thursday, then you got Tuesday. If you can't do Tuesday, well then you're probably going to get wet, either Monday or Wednesday. Now, again, scattered activity, so not all day long will be wet, but you will see rain at some point during those days. So, with that being said, let's take a look at some of those Facebook questions and comments if we have any. We do. Sheila on a Fox 19 Facebook page says, West Union finally got some rain the other day. My yard is greener than it has been in a while. Need some more rain. We all need some more rain, Sheila. Happy to see that your yard's a little bit greener. Thank you. And also shout out to West Union. They're in Adams County. Beautiful area. Got some family down that way. Over towards the community of Tranquility. If you know where that's at. And then also, I believe, Peebles. It's Winchester, Peebles area. But, yeah, I mowed my aunt and uncle's back on Thursday, and I've intentionally not mowed it too much just because, A, don't want to get the yard brown, and then B, also with how the summer has been shaping up, I've been leaving some of those clover buds to pop up and have some of our local pollinators enjoy some of that. Clarine on my Facebook page says yuck, yuck, and yuck, indicating the storm chances and the humidity. I hear you. But, yeah, we are going to have some more rain this week, especially, I would say, Monday and Wednesday are the 2 days that look the wettest compared to the rest of that 7-day forecast. In fact, I will say Tuesday does look a little bit drier in comparison to those 2 days. But let's look at the scattered activity here because there's still some models indicating that we could see some widespread activity later on that day, Tuesday afternoon particularly. But thank you, Sheila, for commenting, and that's the only other comment we have. So we have one comment on my Facebook page, and then also the comment on the Fox 19 Facebook page. But I will say that that is the forecast. And I know some people hate to see the scattered icon. They want to know if it's going to rain all day or not. Well, with the atmosphere going to be handed next week, it's going to be one of those situations we're looking at pop-up chances. Not much in the way of big forcings. There's no big cold fronts. There's no big storm clusters like we call MCSs. That's not looking to be on the table right now. There's not any indication of a big area of forcing that's going to allow for any strong storms. So this will just be those garden variety storm chances we have here in the next few days, Monday through Thursday. But, and even notice too, the temperatures don't really get changed. That's another indication of if you look at the forecast and you see a big change in temperatures, that's a sign of a lot of forcing, a lot of change in energy, which kind of brings in the change of temperature, change in pressure. And so if you're watching the 7-day forecast, you see a big difference in temperature, that's around the time you want to keep an eye on it because it's either going to bring in chance for strong storms, chance for gusty winds. It's not always the case, but you get a better case of that than versus this, which, again, these temperatures are kind of staying in the mid-80s for the bulk of the 7-day forecast with morning lows in the mid to the upper 60s with that. So I'm stalling a little bit, but if you have any more comments or questions, ask those now. Or forever hold your peace, because we're going to have to wrap things up. I got to edit on my story since I'm also a reporter here at Fox 19. And it's going to be a really cool story, though. I am looking forward to putting this together for the folks at Cincinnati Recycling and Reuse Hub, and also for Dean Rekas, a good friend of ours here at Fox 19. Okay, no more comments, no more questions. We've been on here for about 25 minutes. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and wrap things up here because, again, I got to get to work on a few things. So if you have any questions or comments and you see this video later, you can just comment and I'll try to look back on it. I try to look back on it a few hours after. If I don't get to the comment, then I apologize. But don't worry. If you missed the forecast, of course, we got you covered here tonight at 10 o'clock on Fox 19 or after the programming. I'm not exactly sure what our programming schedule is this evening. But Sunday, of course, meteorologist Ashley Smith is in from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. If you missed that, she's also got you covered here, everywhere you stream in the streaming center. On our 19 at 11 broadcast we do. And if you can't make that either, then you also have me again tomorrow evening, 19 at 6. Our weekend weather show will continue on Sunday. But with that being said, we're going to go ahead and wrap things up. Thank you all so much for joining us here on this Saturday edition of 19 at 6. Have a wonderful evening. We'll see you here tonight at 10 o'clock.